What's up, everyone? I want to do a quick demo showing off some of what I've been working on. Been working on this for quite a while, like a year is when I started making a tool to help me clip podcasts or streams or X spaces, and it's evolved. I started with maybe just a script, and then it became a Telegram bot, but it kind of outgrew that into a full application. And I've recently done a lot of work to it and just wanted to show you what it looks like. So here's cliperoni.com, kind of highlighting what it is, what it looks like, clips you can make with it. A lot of these are X spaces, but it can do video, audio, everything in between, anything with a link pretty much. And let me just jump right in and show you what that looks like. So you can just add your media, whether it's a link, a podcast, or a file. Let me show you what it looks like to add a podcast. The Naval podcast is pretty good. I think they just started recently doing this one. If I just select that and add it, it'll get going, clipping that with AI. So it's going to download it and process it and find some clips for you. But in the meantime, of course, that'll take a few minutes. So in the meantime, I can show you in the studio here some of my other, make this a little bigger. And this works on mobile as well, but I'm here at my desk. What this looks like for a video. We've got some clips here of a DHH interview on a Rails podcast, or we've got some audio podcasts. Cliperoni, the first thing you're going to see here in the studio is the clips that it found. It's got the clip, the time duration of the clip, the kind of category that it thinks it falls under, a little description about it. On the right, we've got some tabs like the info about the media. This is from a podcast. We can follow the podcast and it will add those new episodes every time they get released automatically to our Cliperoni studio. So if you're a podcaster, or a podcast you follow, that's a great way to clip it so that you get an email. Let me hit follow. I can subscribe, get notified via push or email so that I don't have to wait for it to process for a couple minutes. I'll just get the email when it's ready as soon as the episode is out. A little more information about the podcast, how big the file is, and details. We've got a summary generated by AI about the episode. We've got the full transcript that we can jump through, and some other tools I'll show off. But it started with jump through the clips, and it takes you right to the clip. It started with the transcript. It even jumps to the part of the transcript that this clip is from, and it highlights it in the timeline. The orange bit are pauses that it will remove automatically for us. We've got the full timeline below with all of the clips, so I can jump around to see the different clips. The top ranked clip happens to be true, but they're trying to build a moat around what they have by cozying up to the government saying, we need regulation.
You're missing one piece of it.
Sorry, let me pause that so the audio doesn't talk over me. If we want to extend or shrink the clip, we can just grab the handles here and do that, or hit the mark in and out, so you're listening to it and you want to extend it or shorten it a little bit, you can do that. Let's see, and you hit save. So
Because part
usually it
of the
does a
game.
pretty good job, but you can find a clip that you like. And then let me show you a really fun thing here for this clip. Let me see if I can mute this. Let me play the clip. So we get the captions, of course. What you see here is some B-roll. Used AI to auto-generate some absurd meme B-roll for me. They're talking about the World Cup and the referees and the introduction of VAR to review the plays, I think. What happened there. And so we used AI to generate prompts to create videos on top of the video as on top of the clip as B-roll. So, here they're talking about the referees. There's a joke here about the revolution. The players exaggerating their injuries to get a card out of the other team, and in this case, they actually the ref running to the sideline, and then the ref actually gave the card, took it from one player and gave it to another. The AI came up with all of this. I only used standard AI to do this, but you can choose whether you want kind of a cheaper or more expensive model. And I think this is pretty fun. You can publish it and send it straight to YouTube or X. Got more platforms coming. You can download it. And then for the design, let me come look at another like podcast. Let's see, still working on our Naval podcast, but the podcasting 2.0. We can see the clips that it came up with here. And we have different designs for each kind of format of media. So audio, video, podcast, and X spaces. And we have some templates. So we take the art from the podcast and can use that in it. We've got, here's a format I think the Naval podcast was using, where they were just very minimal and typing out the captions along with it. And the cool thing is that now this is in real time. You can see I'm just switching through these. Previous version of Cliperoni, it was using all FFmpeg, which meant I couldn't preview the clips until they were rendered. So now this is all done on the page and makes for a much more enjoyable design experience. This is kind of what I call a quote template design. And we can also change aspect ratio if you're posting to like a TikTok or Instagram reel. You might want the vertical. You can do a square if you like, or a wide format like a YouTube or videos come in as. And then you got full control over every aspect of the design, from the background. That's hard to read. You can, have it with the videos, how it looks, add some title text that comes from the podcast, or you can just type in what you want, change the font to something you like. You can have a waveform if you want. The speakers come in when you're doing an X space. It'll show the individual speakers from that platform. The artwork options here for how you want to position it, how that should look. Make that a circle. Tighten pauses is going to cut out the gaps in speaking as I just did. Those show up with these orange lines. And then we've got a little outro for Cliperoni, or you can get rid of that. And yeah, it's kind of a lot of fun stuff that we've built here, trying to continue from the early days of just kind of minimalist clipping to now a full-fledged platform. You can connect your accounts like I showed, but maybe I won't demo right now, but we have MCP, so you can connect this to your Claude. You can connect your Claude to your Cliperoni account and talk to Claude about your clips. You can say, hey, clip this URL, or you can say, hey, look at the transcript and tell me what's in there, or the summary, what's this about? Here's some examples. What topics were discussed, kind of be able to interact with it from there, which really unlocks a lot of capabilities of other things you might want to connect to your Claude and interact with Cliperoni. We have an API as well. And the other fun thing that we've done is a Twitter bot. So you can message Cliperoni and the Cliperoni bot, I should say, and you can tag them to make clips for you. So here are some examples in the replies tab. So here was X space. It happened a couple hours ago, and I said, hey, clip this. And there's Cliperoni bot, a few minutes later saying, here's a quote from the best clip I could find. And here's how the X space videos kind of look. Same thing with the video that is tweeted. This is like an X broadcast live on X. It'll grab that too. Find a nice clip. And again, here's some other people using it to grab clips from their spaces. Real nice way to grab content from your long form content, repurpose it. If you're not, I should have started out by saying the reason I built this is if you're doing long form content, you really need to be clipping. And I know there's a huge economy nowadays around clipping and getting it out, your clips out there, letting people know in these short form formats, but it's a lot of work. And so people will often pay a lot of money to get these clips made. If you're doing it yourself after you do a podcast, it's a lot of work. Post-production is not the fun part of media creation. And you often got to pay a producer or an editor to do that for you. But if you're not, if that's not in your budget, you really should be at least clipping something. So this is my solution to that. Even if they're not the best clips in the world, which they're pretty dang good with AI, but if you just want to get something out there, this is the way to do it. Here's a video, great example. You want to be having these clips to share with the world, let people know, hey, here's a highlight from our 2-hour podcast or stream. Go check out the long form version of it, and Cliperoni's got your back. So there's a lot there, even more. I'll probably be sharing more, but just wanted to do a roundup of some of the big changes we've done and let you guys all know to go give it a shot. Give me your feedback. Really appreciate it, and let me know what you think.